Here's our roundup for the best video editors on iOS right now, including a review of the leading options and our top pick for which one takes the title of best video editing app for iPhone and iPad. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video, where we help you amplify your business and brand with video. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button, and all the links to everything we mentioned in this video, you can find linked in the description box below. So let's jump into it. All right, so looking at the apps, there are so many options out there, from really basic apps that just let you cut or trim your videos like Quick, like Filmora or Premiere Clip, to more feature-rich apps like iMovie, right through to pro-level apps that come close to mimicking what you would find on a desktop video editing application. So that's apps like KineMaster and Luma Fusion. And we've put most of those through their paces, and from all of those, our shortlist is made up of KineMaster, Luma Fusion, which actually took out the title in this video last year, and Adobe Premiere Rush, which is the new kid on the block. Now, before we get to our top pick, let's take a look at each one of these in a little more detail. All three of these really mimic professional level video editing software and have a lot of power and performance to be able to edit your videos down fast. They also all support multiple video layers and multiple audio layers, and they also support a large range of file types. So you're not just limited to editing your phone or your iPad's footage, you can bring in your footage from other cameras as well and be able to edit them down in these apps. So looking first off then at KineMaster, it's really got a great range of editing features. It's got a really easy to use interface, it's really intuitive, it's super easy to find things and to get up to speed and get editing quick. It's got a lot of professional level editing modes and trimming modes, things like ripple edit or trim top and tail, that make it so fast to edit a lot of footage down quickly. And this is something that you really only see in the more professional video editing apps on desktop computers. So it's awesome to have that in here as well. There's great support over your audio, and it even supports using keyframes to really let you dial in your volume changes throughout your edits. It does support editing and creating videos in different formats, things like portrait or landscape, so it's going to be good for social media posts, but one of the downsides is that you actually can't change your video format once you've started the video. So if you started your video in portrait, maybe for an Instagram story, then you want to convert it back to widescreen, then you actually can't do that in KineMaster. And the other downside is, while it does have color correction tools built in, they are super basic. They're enough, but they're basic, especially when comparing them to the other options. Pricing wise, there is a free version, but it's going to add a watermark or some branding to your videos when you save them out. But you can pay to remove the ads and the watermarks for around $5.22 per month or around $41.80 annually. So KineMaster will be good for someone at beginner level right up to advanced, because you do have those advanced features in there, but that intuitive interface makes it easy really for anyone to jump in and get editing fast. On to shortlisted app number 2, Luma Fusion. Now, Luma Fusion is hands down the most powerful and the most feature-rich editing app on iOS. It's very similar to Final Cut Pro on Mac in the way that it edits, and even with its magnetic timeline equivalent in Luma Fusion. It's got a customizable interface, so you can turn panels on or off or change what the overall layout looks like depending on where you're up to in your actual edit. It's got really advanced professional level features, not just for video editing, as I said, but also for color correction, for audio editing, and really there's nothing else that compares here. It supports a huge range of frame rates and video sizes and formats, and it lets you switch between them while you're editing your project. So if you do decide that you want to create a 1:1 style version or a square video for something like Instagram from your widescreen or portrait video, then you can change it on the fly, which is awesome. So now looking at the downsides, the interface itself isn't intuitive at all. If you haven't edited before and you just want to do basic edits, then this is likely going to be a little overwhelming for you. If you're a more experienced editor, then you'll be fine, but there is a lot of clicking through menus to find settings, and really there's no way around that given the sheer volume of settings that are in there. But the point is, it's going to take a little bit of learning and definitely isn't as easy or as intuitive as the other options. But overall, this app is super powerful. There's even a lot of really big YouTube creators that are using this to now edit down their videos, and their footage is shot with professional grade cameras. So now looking at the pricing, this one is a one-time fee. It's not a monthly subscription. You can currently pick it up for around the $20 US price point. So it's insane value for money. So I'd say Luma Fusion is going to be perfect for an intermediate to advanced level editor, or someone wanting all the advanced features and professional level features and as close to that desktop editing experience as possible on your iOS device. And that leads us into app number 3, Adobe Premiere Rush, which is the new kid on the block. Now this one is definitely not to be confused with Adobe Premiere Clip. That thing was super basic and is a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. But Adobe Premiere Rush, I think, is absolutely awesome. It's pretty much the little brother of Adobe Premiere Pro, the professional video editing software, and it's the first cross-platform, cross-device editing application. So it's going to work on your Mac, on your PC, on your iOS devices, and coming really, really soon, hopefully, is Android as well. This app is incredibly easy to use. It's got a really intuitive interface, so you'll be able to get up to speed and get editing quick in here. There's lots of great features, not quite to the professional level of Luma Fusion, but there's more than enough in here for content creators or people wanting to create their videos on the go. It's got great features in there like lots of audio filters, simple transitions, and also has a really powerful title editor, which is, again, really easy to use. Being a cross-platform, cross-device app means that you can start your project on one app, maybe your phone, and you can finish it on your iPad or on your desktop computer at a later date. You can also open up your Adobe Premiere Rush projects in Adobe Premiere Pro on Mac or PC as well. And it's also really easy to switch between the different video formats on the fly. So again, you can switch between widescreen to square to portrait without needing to go and start a whole new project. And just for a little bit of context, the reason I keep bringing that up is that these days when we're creating content, it's a good idea to be able to repurpose or maximize the content we're creating to drive more views and those sorts of things to other social media platforms and from other social media platforms as well. So being able to change your formats on the fly without needing to create new projects or to start again from scratch is going to save you a heap of time and give you a lot of flexibility if you're creating social media content. So looking at the downsides then, there's currently no speed control. So it's the only app here that we've looked at that doesn't have the ability to speed up your clips or just slow them down. I have heard that this is something that they'll be releasing and fixing really, really soon, but at the time of filming this video, there's no way to control the speed. And while having the ability to sync your footage and your editing projects between different devices and different computers is fantastic, it is done over the internet. So you need to watch your data plans or upload your footage over Wi-Fi. And like all things video and internet, if you've got a slow internet connection, then it's going to take a while. And that's not really a downside, it's just something you should be aware of. Now, as for pricing, there is a free version on their starter plan, which gives you 3 exports. So if you're really going to be using this, then you'll likely need to be paying the $9.99 per month to get full access to the app, or it's also included if you already have a subscription to Adobe Premiere or the Adobe Master Suite, then you've already got access to Premiere Rush. So overall, Adobe Premiere Rush is going to be great if you're an absolute beginner right through to someone more advanced. There's more than enough features in there without getting you overwhelmed, or it's going to cause you to dive into a heap of menus to find things all the time. But it definitely doesn't have all the super advanced professional level features that you would find in Luma Fusion. So from all of this, if I had to pick a winner, I'm actually going to give you 2. If you want the most professional, the most advanced tools, the closest to desktop video editing app on your iOS device, you already know the answer here. It's going to go to Luma Fusion. But my personal top pick is actually going to go to Adobe Premiere Rush. I personally think it's the best all-rounder when combining usability and simplicity with powerful editing tools, all to let you edit your videos down fast and efficiently. I really like the workflow, I really like the integration with Adobe Premiere Pro, and the ability to edit using the same app on all devices. Fingers crossed, Android one is coming really, really soon. So for me, I think while it's awesome to have all those extra features and controls and things in Luma Fusion, I really look at the simplicity of creating content on your smartphone, on your iPad, and getting it out fast. I really think Adobe Premiere Rush is where it's at right now, especially if you're looking for the best combination of usability and features. Now, if you want to find out more about Adobe Premiere Rush, we've linked on screen now our Adobe Premiere Rush tutorial, showing you exactly how you can edit fast in Adobe Premiere Rush. And I'll see you soon.